other than Miss Anna Chui, who is a senior lecturer, head of foundation studies from Malaysia Institute of Arts. She's also an artist, painter, and an art educator. Hi, Miss Anna. Welcome to Borasani.
Hi. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Miss Anna, could you share a little bit about your background?
I'm a Sabahan. I was born in Mahakata in Sabah.
Okay.
But because my father was a government servant to the British government, so we moved around town to town every 2 years. So most of the place we are growing up in
So you went around all the places.
Yes. So I think that gave me a lot of inspiration and imagination is to provide. And my father's side, in generation, they are artists,
Wow.
calligrapher and scholarly.
So you come from a line of artists. You have the artistic blood in you.
Yes, I saw my cousin and all that. They do graphic, they can draw very well. And growing up seeing that, and my father constantly tells us that the kind of talents in the Chin family is precious.
Yes, it is.
And we all brought up like very young age to draw. Oh, it's 5 of us.
So you're born gifted. I would say that.
I'm not as good as my sisters,
Okay.
but I was kids when I was young, and I want to prove myself. And I think since I know how to, before I know how to write, I draw.
Oh.
So I draw and I draw every day until up to primary school. My teachers all noticed, and everyone noticed, and encouragement came. Father was happy because in the Chin families, there are only one girl that is really into art. So yeah, since then I've been very into art activities and competition. So things that I never doubt.
Okay.
And after high school, they sent me to KL. I'm actually an alumni from MY. Yeah, I studied there in the 80s.
I see.
And after that, I teach a bit of children art, but I think my mother thinks that this has no prospect.
There's no future.
Yes.
So he wants you to take a professional job teaching.
And now send me to US,
Oh.
so I can continue with my degree and have better qualification.
Okay. Better career path.
Yes. And actually, when I wanted to go into art, my parents asked me, what can you do? As an artist, you cannot really earn a living. Some even say, and still now people still say you get famous after you die. But then my very simple answer to that question is to be a teacher. That is convincing enough.
And you have the passion for teaching.
I think so, because the art teacher in my secondary school inspired me a lot, and I said I will be like her, or I will just teach, I can earn a living. So that's how I continue my study in art, in fine art, in fact. And I came back, actually, late founder of MIA, Dr. Chui, he encouraged me to come back and teach for the school. So I came back.
The founder itself will push you to come back to school. You must be very talented.
Well, yeah.
In your artwork is incredible.
I think he remember me because I'm a fine art student and I'm in this class, Chinese painting class, and also I won something from the competition that he organized. So yeah, I guess so.
So how long have you been teaching in Malaysian Institute of Arts?
Okay, I lost count, but I started in 1994. I know, but then because
30 years now? 20 years?
In between, I actually left because I felt I want to go back from family, and also I became single mom, and I think I want to have a kid. And I have two girls, one was 7 and the other is 9. So thinking that going back to Sabah and teaching in Chinese independent school, my kids didn't get to go to school there.
And they can learn the mother tongue.
Yes.
Also to experience your family environment
Yes.
and where you grew up.
That was the idea.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
idea.
To go back to the roots, that's very
So I
important.
went back, and also my father is quite old, but it's not easy because one woman with 2 kids going back to the town is not easy.
Everybody's going to be gossiping.
Yes. And when I get into the school, in the school itself, gosh, the teachers, they are really
Yeah. Okay.
good with their gossiping. So it's not easy. And the first year I didn't get into the school, I went part-time teaching in Sabah Institute of Art. Yes. Which the president actually also went to MI before. So that's how I get in. Yeah. Well, 1 year, that was 2005, 2006. And 2007 I get into the Chinese independent school near my parents' house. But it's not easy. By myself and the kids running up.
But you managed to pull through, you managed to.
That 2 years, yes. But I learned so much. I learned so much. I see what, from an adult perspective, I see how I grow up, where I came from. What caused me those emotional and psychological breakdown later on, and why I rely on art so much.
I think it's very important for a human to have a self-realization or self-reflection to understand who you are. Because when you try to understand who you are, you definitely have a lot of improvements.
Definitely, to me, art is my own personal therapy.
Yeah, it's a real
Because I felt differently, I felt too much compared to my siblings and all.
much of emotions.
Not many people understand. Like they consider me weird and feel too much.
But you're a very artistic person and very sensitive actually. When you're creative, you're very sensitive.
Sometimes it's overwhelming.
Yes.
So with that, I throw all that into drawing itself. The process itself is healing.
It's healing process, and I think it takes time to heal and heal. And one day you discover that it becomes true.
In fact, the art is like a mirror. It reflects my actual self,
Feelings.
and things that I can't speak of, I can't share. My art is more, my painting is the images and the composition I arrange is more like surreal and symbolic. It's not direct.
Yeah, I took a
Yeah,
look
right.
at your paintings. Yeah, I think it's more. Yeah, as I said, very similar. I think it's also in a very abstract kind of form.
The
Lines.
arrangement is
So yes.
But throughout, I realized from the painting, I find contrast and balance. I love the geometrical solid form, the dynamic color, to contrast with the dull and mixture and textural organic form. So that's how I think my mind needs to be balanced,
Yes,
my soul
balance.
needs to find balance
Yes.
in that form, in that arrangement, world itself. And the selection of forms, shapes, yes, firstly it represents what I've gone through and what I've observed and what I like a pen, shells, and all that. But together there's some similarity of shapes and feelings like shells, like head, and all that. So that's also came from my that you are not only talented, you must be sensitive of students enough, and you must search intelligence, you must study and have knowledge rather than just expression.
Correct. You must have a little understanding of the methodologies, the process, certain fundamentals, and be able to apply it.
That's your foundation. That's your base.
So, Ms. Anna, I would like to ask you, how is it important to cultivate a healthy creative practice? Being an artist, is it important to have good habits?
An artist must know what they want first. Living environment is very important.
Yeah, and the background is very important.
Yes.
Religions. Yes, religion is important.
You have to know where you come from and what your background and the cultural value of religion shape you.
It's also important to know what you read, what you watch, what you listen. It also influences you.
The thing is, use the choice of what you read.
Correct.
Is come from where you come from, your interest, what draw you into. So to read enough, to travel enough is important. But then before that activities, you must know what you want, what you are standing for. In a way, it's identity.
So is it really important to have creative practice?
Yes.
I think it's more of self-discovery, as you mentioned earlier. You need to have a stand for self-discovery so that you're able to explore or experiment.
Yes, but then you cannot. I personally believe you cannot be isolated and you must live or work or do things among people so you can observe.
So are you trying to say that, as a creative person, you need to go out there to experience the
Not necessarily you must have enough of me time. You must have enough, but then when you have enough, you have to go. The inspiration comes from life itself.
So Ms. Anna, can you share with us what are the challenges of being an art educator?
I want to speak of myself first. When I was started to teach, I only treated that job because I need
Money.
Yes, I need to leave. I was very young. I was in my 20s, and I believe I was very demanding and was a short temper as well. If students don't make it, I will be very strong in opinion and reaction and all that. I regret that. But somehow, because of my kind of falsehood, and back to where I was in US, I worked and studied. So I felt strongly about earning my own rights, and I studied very well because I worked so hard for the tuition fees, and I don't have enough sleep. I have to pay extra attention in class so that I remember everything the professor said before I go to work. And I had no time to have fun, to even study. Yeah, to study. I studied overnight for exam. So all that shaped me. And I expect the student to do like that. I said, time is short. Your parents' money pay you here, maybe not a lot, but you must put your effort and everything. I'm quite forceful.
You were kind of like very hard on your students because of what you experienced.
That was before I have children, and they're like, wow. But from inactive, they say, evil kind of training, but like really train, but outcome is very good for them. They know what is determination, they know what is
hard work.
yes, and time management and self-expectation, self-discipline, all that. They later came back and told me. So when I became a mother, I started to realize I want to work more on the teaching method, the teaching syllabus, the approach itself. And that time I will get 10 years teaching experience and I want to do something strong. So I think I'm happy. I have very strong foundation in terms of project design for the student to be able to catch what they should learn or should see. And difficulties like in the office, we are all artists, all strong artists. So we have difference of opinion. And there are competition as well. They're all artists. So if you are less famous or more popular, you know that there are this invisible competition there. So that I went through, and I'm great that I'm able to work in the same place, continue what I believe, and what I already developed and delivered, and see the result. All that is really fulfilling. I feel so I'm very rich with that.
Miss Tina, I would like to ask you one last question. How important is art in our education system?
Okay, I noticed, first of all, the government secondary school students who graduate from SPM and come to our school, some and a lot of them never draw before in their school itself. They either ignore arts class, no, in general, including my daughter, even if they have art class, they do something else. So not many schools actually practice art education. Yes, in school. But art education have a wide range of school in helping people. One is what I said just now, like the autism and depression. Art is actually art education in that manner is actually helping helping them to lead them through art therapies, to lead them through and more stable and calm and identify things better. The other way is general and standard art education in high school, in secondary school. Some practice, some don't. Not really appreciate, not many youngsters actually appreciate art. So art education is actually very important. The fact that over the world, the strong country, the strongest culture, they start arts, they always art, like Greek, China, all this, it's come together in the culture and cultivate the people with high value and respect in life. And people who love art and do art, they are kind. They love beautiful stuff. They love people. And they use their art to communicate the skill to make beautiful things for people to raise a sense of appreciation. When you appreciate art and things that is beautiful, you become good. Yes, there's goodness in it. So art education is very important. It's not just study and use and skill and able to do graphic or architect, that sort of things. Yes, it is important in that manner, but in overall, to me, it's important as an individual. It's as important as and philosophical, all that, and science. And art can be scientific. You can break down, you can analyze, you can make things visually to help people to see things differently.
So Ms. Diana, before we wrap up, I would like to know if you have any future plans. projects, ideas, dreams that you want to share with us?
I've been doing arts for so long. I'm happy that somewhere I can inspire some youngsters and some goes into art education, some goes into painting and doing artwork all overseas, and came back to teach me girls as well. I felt that I've done what in fact I fulfill my dream by going for a master, which I don't have money to do in the US, and then I managed to get something. Yeah, US, I got a master in fine art, and that's how I get to do installation art, which I never thought I could do. I must say, I come to a point that yes, and maybe because a few years later I'll be retired as an educator. Unless the school wanted me to continue, I don't mind. But I feel like I can be a curator.
Definitely you can. You got you got the talent to spot on even the students who are weak and all that. I'm pretty sure that you would be a very good curator.
I want to venture to more and different things. I feel young now. Really, I want to do different things, but this thing comes to my mind is to travel, and I think I need to travel in time or have more time to myself reading and yeah.
So thank you, Miss Anna, for sharing your humble experience of how you started your whole art journey. It's quite interesting and it's quite inspiring as well. So thank you for coming to us.
Thank you for having me. Listen to me. Thank you.